नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शान्तिमन्त्रम्। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुश्रोत्रमतो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु। तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। Welcome all. Today we are going to enter into the last section of Chandogya Upanishad, 8th chapter, second half. I am purposely avoiding the first half because it is predominantly a Vaitika Upadana, because terminologies are pertaining to those who know the Vedic rituals, and based on that, even though the upasana or the meditation is based on the identification of the little heart in the individual, identified as the whole, as the totality. So expansive of the heart or the mind to experience the totality in the form of a stage by stage ritualistic meditation. Since the terms are very cryptic in nature and not used in the current scenario, even though it has got certain methodology for meditation, those meditations cannot be practiced today or cannot be understood properly rather than practicing. We can still practice it, but it's very difficult to understand that. So I'm not getting into that aspect. But from the 7th section till the 15th section in the end of this chapter is again a story woven for explaining the same tattvam or the truth or the ultimate reality through a anecdote where Prajapati and two kings of Asuras and Devas, that means the demonic people and the godly people or the saintly people, which we should not take it in the literal sense, but as depicted in the Upanishad as those who are extrovert and those who are introvert, you can say one way, or you can say that those who are more materialistic and those who are highly in the spiritual in nature. But more than the difference between them, as Acharya Shankara says, this story has a relevance to the methodology with which a teacher should instruct the reality or teach the higher truth, and the requirements of the student are more important rather than what is being taught, because there is nothing new being taught as far as the reality is concerned. It is the same thing which we have been studying in all the other Upanishad plus the earlier part of the same Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, in the 6th and the 7th chapter. But the story has a relevance in the sense that it gives what is to be done and what is not to be done as far as the students are concerned. Those who are approaching a master, what should be our methodology with which we approach a master? How does the master test the student and what are the requirements of the student, even though the subject matter is known to us. And this particular statement with which this section starts is one of the most quoted as part of reality statements when Shankara has done the commentary on the Brahma Sutra and other places. So from that point of view also, the definition of reality in the section 171 has got importance. So we have to now approach this particular section with the clear understanding that what has been told in the 7th chapter as Bhuma, or what has been told in the 6th chapter as Tattvamasi, or Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma, is not different from what is going to be mentioned here. But what we should be concentrating is on how teacher differs in teaching and what are the approaches student should take for proper understanding. So without delving much into these aspects, let us see how the whole story unfolds. The story is like that Prajapati makes a statement about the truth. And this statement becomes very popular, and everybody, whoever has heard, were wondering as to what was this proclamation given by Prajapati. Of course, the news reaches the ears of Indra, the king of gods, and Virochana, the king of Asuras or the demons. Both of them discusses with their respective group, and the group appoints these two kings. Nobody better than you both. You individually, the individual group says that nobody better than you are capable of going to Prajapati and learning it. You learn it first and then teach us. So both Indra and Virochana goes to Prajapati, and then they do not even interact between they are born enemies. So they do not even interact between each other. So there is, you can say, one of the shortfalls for a student in a Gurukulam is that he should consult with similar students who are there. So here the show is the statement that they did not even talk to each other is what should be taken as one of the negative things which a student should avoid when listening. So pariprasnena sevaya. So you should ask questions not only to the teacher but also to the co-students who are studying this matter. So that is what it is. But what did Prajapati declare in this thing? So in the 7.1, if you look at it, the mantra starts with Ya Atma Apahata Patma Vijaraha Vimrutyuhu Vishoko Vijidatsu Apivasa Satyakama Satyasangalpa Sa Anveshtavya Sa Vijijnasitavya Sa Sarvam Cha Lokan Apnoti Sarvam Cha Kamyan Stam Atmanam Anuvidya Vijanati Itiha Prajapati Uvaja. Ya Atma Apahata Patma. This Atma which I am going to talk about, Ya Atma, Apahata Patma means without any afflictions from the right or wrongdoing. The result of right doing, right, left, or wrongdoing doesn't touch this Atma. That is the one of the quality mentioned, Apahata Patma. Vijaraha means one without a jara or a aging, or one which doesn't become old. So Sanatana, Sadanutana, it's always fresh and new. So since it doesn't become old, it also says that Vimrutyuhu. Vimrutyu means one without death. Mrityu, old and Mrityu are the two different things, which is old age and death are the two things which is tormenting the humanity. So Atma doesn't have aging, nor does it have death. Vishoka. So there is no sorrow for it. One who knows Atma or one has identified with Atma, for him there is no sorrow. Vijigatsa. There is no desire to consume anything. Apipasa, to drink anything, to food, or the thing is that either in the form of food or in the form of liquid. There is no desire on this Atma, for this Atma. Satyakama. So, one whose desires become a reality, in the sense that for him there is no desire. But the desire becoming a reality here is a statement which should not be taken as a transactional desire and fructification of that. Here, what it is talking about is he is desiring truth. So it is not that his desires are becoming true. On the contrary, the desire itself is for the truth of it. There is no truth, no desire other than that. Satya Sankalpa. One who imagines only about which are true and truthful in nature. So these are all the adjectives used as indicative to indicate that Atma. And one who knows this Atma, he is now mentioning here. Sa Anneshtabhya, Sa Vijijñasitavya. So there are two instructive statements from Prajapati saying that one should inquire about this and one should know about it. Only if you do inquiry about it, you can know about it. So there is an instruction from the master also. First is to know what is Brahman or Atma, what is the method in which he has used it, Abhadapatma, Vijara, Mrityu, Vishoka, Vijikitsa, Vipipasa, Satyakama, Satyakankalpa. All these things should be understood in its real intent. And with these words are indicative words, we should start inquiring about what is that where all these things can be what you call resolved into in one place or in one item or one existence or one object. All these qualities should be seen or resolved into. To such an inquiry is what is called Anveshtavya here. And Sa Vijijñasitavya. And once you start inquiring about it, we should know about it also. The knowing is not as an objective knowledge, because whatever we know in our transactional world, we know it as it is not apahadapatma, it is not without the effects of good and bad, nor does it time and space consume it. There is nothing like that. Everything is within the ambit of space and time. And there is nothing which is surpassing death, irrespective of whatever may be the length of duration we can mentally imagine, say 14 billion years or 19 billion light years or whatever may be that thing, it is still effective with the death or destruction or annihilation. And what is Vishoka? That we know that when the knowledge arises, there is no shoka with it, because the knowing the truth, because in the previous chapter, 7th chapter, when we concluded with Na alpe sukhamasti bhumaiva sukham. So sukham, when it is there, there is cannot be shokam. So knowing that, one crosses over tarati shokam atma vidhya, we have heard about it. So vishoka is indicating towards that. Then vijikatsa and apipasa. It is not a transactional happiness which we can get by consuming food or drinking something. It is beyond the physical needs. So therefore, there is only one desire of knowing the truth, Satyakama, and that sankalpa, that imagination or mental projection should be for the truth in itself. So this is how Prajapati is making the announcement. Tam atmanam anyushya vijanati saha, that tam atmanam, an atma of this nature, anyushya, after having inquired about it, vijanati, one who knows it, saha, that person, sarvan lokancha, sarvan kamancha, all the worlds of experiences and all type of separatedness, because here the kama is where the word is used is desire. The desire can happen only something other than ourselves or anything object other than us. So sarvan kaman means he sees himself in everything, therefore he has no desire to own anything. Because in the previous section we studied sarvam apnoti sarvashaha. He, one who knows this, he percolates everything at all times, is what we heard. So sarvan kamancha apnoti, he reaches all those things. So there is no world of experience where he has no access or no object which is outside him. Therefore, he has nothing more to desire. So this is the statement he proclaimed in his what you call in the chamber. So that has now become a news to everyone, and that has prompted everybody to inquire about this. This is the reason why there is a desire for all of us to know what is the truth. So, once who has seen this or heard about it will be automatically pulled to know about the reality or what is this instruction from Prajapati. So, Indra, as the chief of the gods, he also heard it. Vairochana, the king of demons, also heard about it. So they go to their respective people and discuss about it. Tat Sah Upav, the second mantra is that. Tat, that. Ha Uvaye Devasuro Anububhidire Teha Uchuhu Hanta Tam Atmanam Anyuchama Yam Atmanam Anyushya Sarvam cha lokan apnoti, sarvam cha kaman iti indra ha eva devanam pravavraja virocanaha asuranam tauha asamvidanau eva samitpani prajapati sakasham ajagmatuhu. That means the statement of the Prajapati. Deva, Asura, Ubaye, both the Devas and the Asuras. Anububudire, they consulted within their own people. Teha Uchu, then each one of the groups told to them their own kings. Yam Atmanam Anyushya, after having inquired about that Atma which Prajapati has mentioned. If we can get Sarvan Lokancha Sarvan Kamancha Apnoti, if we can achieve that, there is no greater thing to be achieved. So, Anta Anyuchama can be attempt for that. Iti Devanam Indraha. So the Devas, nominate Indra. So he says Abhipravaraja. He started moving towards Prajapati. Asuranam Virochana Tau. Asuranam, from the Asuras side, Virochana, the king of the Asuras. Tau Asamvidadnau Eva. Without, even though both of them were traveling towards Prajapati and they had that offerings in their hand with the reverence to the teacher, they were going, but they did not discuss or talk to each other without even acknowledging the presence of other. This is the word asamvidano. Samitpani Prajapati Sakhasham Ajagmaduhu. With the offerings. So Samit is the firewood for yajna. Normally that is the tradition in the Vedic period, because the teacher will be having Panjagni in his ashram. So the five corners at the center of there is a Yagashala where there will be permanently fire lit all the time. So they need lot of firewood all the time. So the teacher allows the students to go and pick up firewood from this forest and nearby. So any new student who comes also comes with a bundle of firewood for this yajna, for this Panjagni yajna. So that same way, Indra and Virochana also approached Prajapati with the Samit Pani, with both of them bringing their own offerings of what is required for the yajna. So, ha Trishatam Varshani Brahmacharyam Ushatastau ha Prajapati Vacha Kim Ichantau Eva Astam Iti Tauha Uchaturyu Atma Abhatapatma Vijara Vimrutyu Vishoga Vijigatsa Apipasa Satyakama Satyakangalpa Saha Atmishtabhya Sa Vijidatadavya Cha Sarvan Logan Apnoti Sarvam Cha Kaman Stadin Atmanam Anuvidya Vijaniti Iti Bhagavataha Vachaha Vadanantiye Tam Ichantau Eva Astam Iti. So both of them are saying that they stayed in that place for 32 years, because this is something which a practice. A teacher doesn't immediately ask, why are you come here? Because there are devotees coming, there are students coming, there are people who are with family coming to ashram to pay their respect and everything. So the teacher doesn't ask normally with this thing, but whoever comes in the ashram are taken care by everybody in the ashram. So they are given food and all. And the students, they practice brahmacharya, abstinence and celibacy and shama, dama, utavarati, tidiksha, all the shat require. What are the things required for a study? They practice while staying there. Dvatrimshat varshani, 32 years. Brahmacharyam ushatuhu. They practiced the charya, the practice of student. What is a student supposed to do? They did it. After 32 years, seeing that they were doing this, which shows the indication to the teacher that they have come for studies, not just to pay the respect or, to help the ashram or everything. So they asked the brahmacharis, both Indra and Virochana are in the 32 years they have done the brahmacharya. So Prajapatim Yuvam Kim Ichantau. So why this, both of you, what do you require, or what is your interest with which you are doing this brahmacharya? And why are you staying here for this? With the what interest are you staying here? Iti uvacha. So that is the way he asked the question. So, ya atma apagata patma virajaha vimrutyu vishoka vijiketsa apipasa satyakama sankalpa sa anyashtavya sa vijitatsitavya yaha atmanam anyushya vijanati sa sarvan lokan sarvan kamancha apnoti. This statement, which I read now, which was done in the first stanza itself, this we have heard has been told by you. So we want to know what you mean by that. What is the methodology to do the inquiry into it, and how do we know about it? This is our interest. Iti Bhagavata Vachaha Vedayante Tam Icchandau Avastam Iti. To know this from you, because you are the one who made this proclamation. Now, obviously, you will not make a proclamation like this without knowing what it is. So, to know it from you, we are staying here and doing the brahmacharya for the last 32 years. So, here is what one of the instructions which Shankaracharya says, that, the requirement for the student to adhere to brahmacharya and devote their full time in the service of the guru and the requirement of the ashram. Whether you are a king of gods or king of the demons, there is no difference from the point of view of the guru. So a true guru will not differentiate because the king of the guru, god is here, or king of the demon has come. Neither he will be afraid of the king of the demons, nor will he be giving a special status to the king of the devas. Both of them are treated at par with the other brahmacharis of the ashram who are also studying there. So now, since the teacher has the question and the students have given their respective answer, what is the purpose? Now, a statement from Prajapati, which is very, very, what you call, cryptic and very difficult to understand in the first go. Anybody who listens to that will not get the direct meaning from what it is meant by. This is how the teachers also test to what level the student can understand higher instructions which cannot be grasped through ordinary means of knowledge by the sensual organs, by sight, vision, sound, touch, sense, smell, etc., or by the mental, imagination. So, Tau Ha Prajapati Uvacha. So, the Prajapati talks about it. What is the teaching he is going to give is that Yaha Esha Akshini Purushaha Drishyate Esha Atma Itiha Uvacha Etat Amrutam Abhayam Etat Brahma Ityadaha Yaha Ayam Bhagava Apsu Parikhyayate Yat Cha Ayam Adarshe Katama Esha Iti Esha U Ishu Sarveshu Anteshu Parikhyayata Iti Havacha. Now, Prajapati is giving the answer to he asked a question, they gave an answer, and they explained the purpose of their coming to the ashram and spending 32 years with the interest to know about this Atma. So, Tau, to them, Prajapati Huvaja. Prajapati now gives the instruction, or he is starting the teaching. Akshini yah purushaha yesha drishyate. Akshini means in the eyes. Yaha purusha yesha drishyate. Whichever purusha, whichever the man you see in your eyes, yesha atma iti. That is the Atma. Very, very, very very, very intriguing question, enigmatic question. Answer. Akshini ya purusha esha drishyate esha sa atma iti. And how is it? Etat amritam abhayam etat brahma. That is amritam, immortal, and abhayam, which doesn't have a fear, because dvitiyat vai bhayam bhavati. The second one, if there is anything second one, then you will be afraid of that. So here is the state of abhayam, means there is a one, non-dual existence of that. Etat Brahma, that is Brahma. So, Ekameva Dvitiyam Brahma, what the Upanishad which we studied in the beginning, keep that in mind. So, this is what Prajapati is telling us. Akshaniya Purusha Yesha Drishyate, Yesha Atma iti, Edat Amritam Abhayam, Etat Brahma iti Havacha. This is how Prajapati makes the first statement. What you see in your eyes, what you see in your eyes when you look into your eyes, you are seeing a person in that. Is it that what Prajapati is saying, or is there something beyond that? The statement doesn't give us any indication as to what it is like. It simply says that the man or the person whom you see in the eyes is Brahma, which is Amritam and Abhayam. Atha Bhagava ya apsu ayam parikhyayate yahacha adarshe ayam parikhyayate tayo esha kadamah iti esha uvacha eshu sarveshu anteshu parikhyayate iti ha uvacha. So now the explanation is further coming down from Prajapati. Atha Bhagava yaha apsu ayam parikhyayate. Also atha means again. Yaha apsu ayam parikhyayate, which is seen reflected in the water. Parikhyayate. Yacha adarshe ayam parikhyayate, or what you see reflected in a mirror. Tayo esha katama. Which one of that is this Atma? Is what the Indra and Virochana is asking to Prajapati. Prajapati said, what you see in your eye is the Brahman, which is Amritam and Abhayam. So they further ask the question, hey, the respected sir, there is reflection in water, there is reflection in the mirror. Which one of this, the one which is seen in the eye, the one which is seen in the reflection in the water, or one which is seen in the reflection of a mirror, which one is the Atma you are referring to? So the Prajapati's answer is that Esha U Eva. It is one and the same only where you see now that. Sarveshu Ayeshu Sarveshu Anteshu. In whichever place you look at it, you are only seeing Parikhyayate iti. You are seeing only this one. Esha Purusha. This Purusha is the one which you are seeing wherever you look at it. Now, at the literal sense, if you look at it, you will find that there is some confusion in it, in what Prajapati is telling. He is saying that what you see, not only as in the eyes as a reflection, as a person, but as also in when you look in the water, you see a reflection. When you see a mirror, there is a reflection. So whether there is Atma, what you are talking about is any one of that, but he doesn't give a direct answer. He says that whatever you look at it, in you, you are getting the reflection of that Atma in everything. So both Virochana and Indra had a very perplexed look in their face, and they were looking at Prajapati as to what does he mean by this statement. So Prajapati says again, knowing very well that they have not understood my first statement itself. So he goes ahead with the instruction further. The 8th section says that Udasharava Atmanam Avekshya Yet Atmanaha Na Vijanitaha Tanme Prabhutam Iti Tauha Udasharave Avekshan Chakrade Tauha Prajapati Uvacha Kim Pashyataha iti Tauha Uvachuhu Sarvam Evam Idam Avam Bhagavaha Atmanam Pashyavaha Alomebhya Anakebhya Pratirupam iti. Now, Prajapati is asking them to go and look it into a bowl of water. Udasharava means bowl, which has got full of water. Sharava, Udakam, Asharava means water. The Sharava which is filled with water. Atmanam Aveksha Yat Atmanaha Na Vijanitaha Tad Me Prabhutam iti. With the intent to know Atma, and yet Atmanaha, the one which is having the right approach towards the Atma, which has been told in the first mantra. If you do not understand that, na vijanita tad me prabhutam. If you do not understand, then you tell me. Because I'm asking you to look into the bowl filled with water, and to look at the water and see the reflection in that, and decide whether you are understanding the Atma as defined by me in my first statement. If you do not understand that, please tell me. Iti. Tau udasharave avaksham chakrade. Tau means they too, both Indra and Virochana. Udasharave, into the bowl they looked at. Aveksham chakrade, they looked into it. To them, Prajapati Havacha. Kim Pashyata. What are you seeing now when you look into the water? Iti. Tau uchatuhu ha. Then they replying that Bhagavaha avam sarvam eva atmanam alomebhya anakhebhya pratirupam iti pashyavaha. They replying that, hey sir, we are seeing full reflection of ourselves. So here the word atmanam is taken as themselves. Okay. Alomebhya anakebhya. From the hair and the head to the nail at the foot. The full body is the image of Pratirupam idam pashyava. We are seeing the reflection of our own body, physical body, from the hair to the toe. We are seeing the reflection. This is what we are seeing. So Prajapati understood that, what he has told them, both of them have not understood really properly. But a teacher, as normally explained, this thing, has got immense patience to teach these finer aspects of things. Tauha Prajapati Uvacha. To them again Prajapati says, Swangalan Kritau Suvanasau Parishkrutau Bhutva Udasharave Avekshetam Itiha Tauha Swadvalankartau Suvasanau Parishkrutau Bhutva Udasharave Ave Kshang Chakrade Tauha Prajapati Uvacha Kim Pashyata iti. So here now Prajapati is asking them again. What he said is that both of you go, get dressed up well. Some sadhu alankritau means dress up well yourself. Suvasanau with the best of your dresses, and then look into that. Bhutva udasharave avekshetam. You should look into that the bowl of water again. Iti. So they stau sadhu alankritau suvanasko parishkrutau bhutva udasharave aveng chaksham chakrade. So they went back, they adorned themselves with the best of their dresses, from the best of the dress, and with all the ornaments and everything, and they came and looked into the reflection for the water. Tau kim pashyata iti Prajapati vacha. What are you seeing now? So here Prajapati knows very well that what they have done and what they are more likely to see. There is no ambiguity as far as Prajapati is concerned. So they are now replying to that. Tauha uchatu yada eva idam avam bhagavaha sadvalankritau suvasanau parishkrutau swa evameva amau bhagavaha sadvalankritau suvanasau parishkrutau ityesha atma vidhya uvacha etat amritam abhayam etat brahmam iti tauha shandahridayo pravarvajju. So what does it say? They say that tau uchatuha. So both of them tell to Prajapati, Bhagava, hey sir, yata eva avam, the way in which you instructed us, idam khalu, idam sadhu alankritau, suvanasau, parishkrutau, with all the dress, all the ornaments, with good dress and trimming themselves and looking the best of their form. Swaha evam eva bhagavaha. We are seeing exactly the way we dressed up, how we have changed the dress and what dress and the ornaments and the methodology which we have dressed up ourselves. It is the same way we are seeing themselves in the reflection. So, evam eva bhagavaha imau sadhu alankritau suvanaso parishkrutau. This reflection, imau, what we have, is also now appearing to be well dressed, with the well clothed and neatly dressed and arranged and everything. So what happens? So then the Prajapati has to now again further instruct to them. Okay, he understood that they are not still seeing the reality. Tauha anyishya Prajapati uvacha anupalabhya atmanam ananu vidhya vrajata yataraha etat upanishad bhavishyanti deva va asura va te parabhavishyanti iti saha shandahridaya eva virocana asuran jagama tebhyaha etam upanishatam pravochatma evaha mahayya atma paricharya atmanam eva mahayan atmanam paricharan ubau lokau avapnoti imam cha amum cha iti. Now Prajapati tells that these to them. Thinking and there, that is how they going back, because in the previous mantra they said that this is how we see ourselves is well dressed and everything, and this is the Atma which you said that Amrutam, Abhayam, all those things. So, Tau Anishya Prajapatim Uvacha, Prajapati told to them, Atmanam Anupalabhya Ananuvidya Vrajata. These two are now, he is telling to himself. Prajapati is telling in his mind. Without knowing the Atma, the real Atma, Ananuvidya, without even experiencing what is Atma, Vrajata, these two are going back. Devava, Asurava, both Deva and Asura. That means Indra and Virochana, both of them are going back. Yatere, Yetatu Upanishada, who have that Upanishada, Yetad Upanishada means it's not the talking about the Upanishad as such. Upanishada has a meaning also of grasp, understanding or knowing of Atma Vidhya. So, whoever has understood Atma Vidhya in this form as what is physically adorned and dressed well, para bhavishyanti, bhavishyanti te para bhavishyanti, they will be deviating from the path because they have not really done the inquiry into it. Iti sa virochana shanta sadaya eva asuran jagama. This way, virochana, with this knowledge of reflection of what is seen in the water as the reality, he goes back to the asuras, into his kingdom, and he is happy now because I understood what is Atma. So I can now go to all the world because Sarvan Lokan, Sarvan Kaman, I can go and achieve all the desires and I can go to all the world. Is what is by knowing this what I am going to achieve. Tebhyaha etam upanishadam provacha, to his people in the Asuragana, in the world of demons, he explained this thing. Iha Atma eva mahayya, Atma parijaryam. This is the Atma, what you see now, see me with well dressed and well adorned and everything. This is the Atma. Same way, if you all dress up well and if you look into a mirror or a water, you will see the Atma yourself. So go and do it to everyone. Iha Atmanam eva mahayan, Atmanam parijaran. In this world, this is what you have to nurture the body, the physical body, with the best of the dress and best of perfumes and best of ornaments. This is how you should do the worship of Atma. And one who does this way, he will be that Sarvan Lokan. He will be going to all the world with this knowledge and all the desires will be fulfilled. So, Atmanam eva mahen Atmanam paricharan. This is the way you have to serve the Atma. Ubau lokau imam cha amum cha, whether this world or the world hereafter. Avapnoti iti. You will be going with this knowledge, so you will be having no sorrow. All your desires will become full. You have to nurture your body, how you see it in the reflection. That means you should be virtually standing a narcissist way. Look at the mirror or reflection in the water and make yourself looking the best. That is what the Atma is what Virochana taught his subordinates in his world of demon, in the world of demons. So, but Indra, what did Indra do? Tasmat api. Then there is one more stanza for the fifth stanza. Tasmat api adya iha adadanam asraddhadanam ayajamanam ahu asura bateti asuranam hi esha Upanishad pretya shariram vikshaya vasanena alankarena iti samskrut uvardandi iti ena hi amum lokam jeshyanta manyante. For this reason, those who are materialistic and those who are not understood what is the real nature of Atma, they make all their effort to keep their body fit, good looking, decorating with perfumes and everything, including the extent that even the dead body, make sure that before they are is being done, that is decorated, which is with all the things which is best dress what they had in their life, all the ornaments they have, all those, even mummifying their body and keeping all the gold and things like that around them. This is what they thought is the way they should be doing. And even today, those who are doing are the followers of Virochana who have not understood the reality. This is what the Upanishad is saying. So now Atha Indra Prapyaveva. Now what happens to Indra? Now we know Virochana has got convinced that this body is Atma, and he is now gone and started proclaiming everything to his people and their thing. So Indra on the way, what does he do? Atha Indra Aprapyeva Devaneta Dvayam Darshaya Yadhaiva Halvu Ayam Asmin Sharire Sandvalankrito Bhavati Suvasana Parishkrute Parishkritaha Evam Eva Ayam Asmin Andhe Andha Bhavati Samre Sama Parivrikshne Parivrikshna Asya Eva Sharirasya Nashamanyeshya Nashyati Nahamatram Bhogyam Pashyami iti. So Indra is now not very convinced. What does he say? When the body is well dressed, the reflection also well dressed. But we have not done the other aspect. Suppose if the body is not well dressed, the reflection also will not be dressed well. Suppose the body loses one eye, the reflection also will be having one eye lost. If it is having some physical deformity on the body, the reflection will also have the physical deformity. And suppose if the body is perished, where is the reflection to see that? But Atma is not one which has got, because it is Amritam, without a death, it is immortal. So, but the body is one which can go through death. So, when the body is dead or when the body is diseased or decayed, there is no reflection which can be seen. Nobody can see the reflection. So, the body cannot be the Atma, is the way in which Indra was thinking on his way. So, what does he do? Sa Samitpani Punarayavaya. Then he returns back with again the offerings to the Puni with the same offerings again. Tamha Prajapati Uvacha. So he tells the Prajapati, Magwan, Anyachanda Hridaya Pravraji Sadham Virochanena Kimuchan Punaragama Iti Saho Uvacha Yataivam Halu Ayam Bhagava Asmin Sharire Swalankrite Swalankruto Bhavati Suvanasa Bhavati Parishkrute Parishkrita Bhavati Evam Eva Asmin Andho Bhavati Samre Samra Bhavati Parishkrino Ityeva Sharirasya Nashameva Bhavati Nashyati Nahamatra Bhogyam Pashyami. So he is repeating the whole thing again what he has thought in his mind. This is indicating the requirement of mananam of what a teacher has been taught. A teacher, when it is told, you should not take a literal meaning of what is being told by the teacher. There is a meaning beyond the words can convey, because this is a subject or this is one thing which cannot be conveyed through words. Words are only indicative with which we can go beyond the words. And only when then you go beyond the words, we can have a grasp of these things. So this is what is being indicated by the action of Indra. He was doing the mananam on the teaching, whereas Virochana, the king of the demon, he didn't have any doubt on it. He took it on the literal word meaning and he said the body is the Atma. So this Indra says back, all that is thing, when I am well dressed, the reflection is well dressed. If I am well groomed, the reflection is well groomed. If it is blind, that the reflection also will have a image of blind man. If my body is crippled, the reflection of the body in the water will be again crippled. And if the body perishes, where is that Atma? Because you say the Atma is Amrita, Vijara, Amrut. So without death, immortal and all those things. But the body can perish. If it also perishes, there I see no good in your teaching. What is that this thing? Please, therefore, I am not able to understand what did you mean by the Akshari Purusha, the one which is seen as a reflection in the eye. Evameva esha magvanniti ha uvacha etam tveva ta bhuyo anuvyakhyanasyami vasa parani dvatrimshat varshani sta ha parani dvatrimshat vayur shyama stasvai uvacha. Oh, okay, Indra. I shall explain to you this again. But you have to spend another 32 years in brahmacharya and the rituals or the study what you have to be in that. And then after end of the dealt, after you are dealt with 32 more years, I will explain to you. So Indra continues to stay there for another 32 years. So 32 years, now another 32 years. And in the 10th section, after the 64 years, Indra is being called by Prajapati for giving further instruction. This we will do it on the Friday's class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you. Dhanyawad.